And so the question to me is not how can we make excellent more normal, but how can we make normal more excellent? How can we make normal more excellent? So have y'all seen graphs like this? So this is what we call a bell curve. You recognize this, right? Bell-shaped curve. You know another name for this bell-shaped curve is a normal distribution, right? So this is a normal distribution. Here we're illustrating it with performance. I do believe that performance is normally distributed. I really do. If we have a way to objectively measure, count, if you will, output, performance, things of that nature, and we sample from that which we've counted, the sample will almost always approximate this normal distribution. So what are the implications of that? If performance is normally distributed and we're interested in making normal more excellent, where's the leverage? What should we be doing? Most organizations, when they look at that, they look down at this end of the distribution. They immediately think about those low performers. And most organizations' response to this is to get rid of the low performers, right? Now, am I telling the truth? Most of our response is to get rid of these low performers. But what happens when you get rid of the low performers? They just come back, don't they? Because you don't eliminate, not those people you got rid of, but you'd never eliminate this average, do you? You lop off these people down here, what happens? You get a new average, and you still got people on the other side of the average that now you're looking at, wringing your hands, saying, oh, what am I going to do about these low performers, these people on this side of the average? Well, you know there's a reason why this is called a normal distribution, because things on both sides of the average are normal. It is expected. And all of these data points, all this performance, is primarily being driven by the underlying system. Policies, rules, procedures, equipment, all of that stuff is the number one reason why you see this distribution in the first place. So getting rid of low performers is not where the leverage lies. And it doesn't do anything for the high performers. It doesn't do anything for what they're able to accomplish, what they're able to achieve. The real leverage is in shifting the curve. The real leverage is in changing that curve for everyone, all the performers, low, average, high performers. How do you shift the curve? How do we shift that curve? There's only really one way to shift the curve. It doesn't happen by policy, doesn't happen by rule, doesn't happen by threat. It only happens by changing the underlying system that produces that data. You have to make fundamental changes to the way you do things. You have to choose to do something different than the way you've done it in the past. If you don't choose to do something different than the way you've done it in the past, all you're going to get is the same distribution, and you just continually go after the low performers. So you've got to choose to do something fundamentally different, to shift that average.